My name is James Reid and I'm a voiceover actor for Peasville Studios. We believe the only proprietary animation studio in Queensland. My history as an actor has mainly been on stage, in musical theatre and straight theatre as well, both in Adelaide and here in Brisbane. In Adelaide with a theatre company called the Tea Tree Players, I was in a couple of pantomimes where I played the villain, which was a great fun role. In both cases, because you get to interact with the audience, which is something that I really enjoy doing. When I moved up to Brisbane, I joined Mousetrap Theatre Company at Redcliffe and once again played the villain in a pantomime. Then moved on to a couple of other shows with Mousetrap, as well as looking forward and moving on to Redcliffe Musical Theatre, where I was fortunate enough to be involved with several shows there, including The Little Shop of Horrors, Phantom of the Opera, Saturday Night Fever, and a couple of others, some of their musical cabaret shows. It's been a lot of fun. I was invited to Peasville Studios through the contacts in the theatre group and came down and met Mr. Orthopedic, and here we are now. I came to Peasville Studios and was fortunate enough to get the part of Mr. Steampea. Mr. Steampea is a character in Inspector Peabobby and Friends 53 episodes, and he appears in all 53. In those 53 episodes, I worked very closely with Mr. Jalopy. He's over here. And he's also in all 53 episodes. By the way, that's me there. So, as well as Mr. Jalopy, one of the other characters that we all interact with on a very regular basis is Miss Whistlepea here. Isn't she gorgeous? One of the beauties of voiceover acting is that you don't have to learn your script. You can have it written in front of you here. Voiceover acting and using my voice is something that I have done most of my life. I was in a radio station at school and always thought that I had a good face for radio. A voice for radio. I meant voice. Yes, that's right. In Mr. Jalopy's new tracks, we have to build a new track that runs all the way around the tiny town of Peasville. The problem is that Mr. Jalopy, the train, has a problem. He's going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards, and he's just not coping with it. And so the town gets together and decides to build a new track. Mr. Jalopy was so excited, you see. Why, the whole town of Peasville was coming to a stop. They were going to build 4 new bridges. One across each of the rivers that run into Peasville. Then the two ends of Mr. Jalopy's track would join up together instead of running backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. You see, then he could run right around without stopping. Oh, it was going to be so much fun. When Mr. Orthopedic introduced me to the Peasville story and Inspector Peabobby and Friends, one of the things that really appealed to me was the motto of Peasville Studios, and I'm going to read it here. Peasville will never contain violence or adult connotation in animation or attitude. That means a lot. What it means is, these are for kids and will always be for kids. With the proper funding, Peasville Studios will be a fully proprietary animation studio. And with your support and funding, Mr. Orthopedic's dream of Peasville Town and Mr. Peabobby and Friends will become a reality. So, don't forget your ticket or you'll miss the train.